What would you give to be one of the happiest people in the world? Book a flight to the Netherlands, maybe? The Netherlands is the fifth happiest country in the world, and the reason goes beyond the vibrant tulips, beautiful canals of Amsterdam, sturdy bicycles, or the iconic windmills that dot the landscape. So what's the secret to their remarkable quality of life then? Well, it might just be in the air. The same air that nurtured Vincent van Gogh's roots. Plus, the Dutch gave us cocoa powder, Bluetooth, cassette tape, and even the world's first stock exchange. The European Union founding member has transformed into a paradise where innovation, creativity, and happiness intertwine. Join us as we explore the Netherlands and share with you some amazing facts that'll blow your mind. 1. The Netherlands is located in Western Europe, has overseas territories in the Caribbean, and is positioned right between Germany and Belgium. 2. Now, we've all grown up thinking carrots are like little pops of sunshine, right? But here's the thing. Back in the day, the original carrots were a bit of a rainbow chaos, having colors from yellow to purple. The orange carrot we know today is the result of some mixing and matching. The first carrots appeared in Iran and got a ticket to the Netherlands in the 17th century. Over there, in the Netherlands, they crossbreeded these carrots until they turned into the bright orange ones we're familiar with. Now, there's a story that says the farmers decided to do this as a way to thank King William III for helping the Dutch break free of Spain. It turns out the rulers of the 17th century loved it, and just like that, orange became the Netherlands' official color. 3. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? The Netherlands. This country is practically the champion of low-altitude living. With a name that literally translates to the Lowlands, you know they're not exaggerating. Almost a third of the country is right below sea level, and 60% of the population embraces life 5 meters below sea level. Now, let's talk about high points and low points. The crown for the highest goes to Valserberg, a hill standing tall at 322 meters above sea level. On the flip side, we've got the Zuidplaspolder, taking the prize for the lowest point at 7 meters below sea level. Bonus fun fact, Valserberg is not just a hill, it's the exact spot where Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands decide to have a geographical meetup. 4. Any gingerheads watching? Well, let's talk about Roodharigendag, the ultimate ginger party, where redheads from all corners of the globe come together to celebrate their fiery strands of hair. This amazing festival happens every first weekend of September in the charming city of Breda, just a skip and a hop from Rotterdam. Now, this ain't your average party. Roodharigendag is packed with 3 days of family-friendly fun. We're talking about exhibitions, fashion shows, and workshops galore. And the best part, most of it won't cost you a dime. But that's not all. A massive photo shoot featuring over 6,000 proud redheads from all walks of life. Can you imagine the sea of vibrant hair in one frame? It's a sight to behold, and definitely one of the best festivals you'll find in the Netherlands. 5. Back in the 16th century, the Dutch rock stars of their time came up with the genius idea of inventing gin, or as they call it, Genever. They graciously shared their newfound spirit with the British, sparking a love affair that changed the drinking game forever. Fast forward to the glory days of King William III, also known as William of Orange. This Royal Highness not only rocked the Dutch throne, but also took the English, Irish, and Scottish ones for a spin. As a result, gin skyrocketed in popularity across the seas in Great Britain. Now, let's dive into the origins of a phrase we've all heard: Dutch courage. Legend has it is that during the 30 Years' War between 1618 and 1648, the Brits and Dutch were sipping on gin like it was water. That's right, gin was their go-to elixir. 6. The Dutch probably have a serious coffee obsession because around 40% of the people in the Netherlands are sipping on an average 3 to 4 cups of joe every day. Now, let's talk about coffee shops. No, not the quiet ones with bookish vibes, but the lively spots where people gather to take in large amounts of coffee and just chill. These spots are like the heartbeat of Dutch socializing, perfect for unwinding after a long day at work or catching up during lunch. And guess what? Amsterdam is at the top of this game, earning its title as the coffee capital of the Netherlands. About a third of all the coffee shops in the entire country are set up shop in this vibrant city. 7. There are over 1,000 historic windmills still standing tall, making them a timeless part of the Dutch scenery. These majestic giants made their debut in the 17th century, and by the 19th century, there were about 9,000 of them dotting the landscape like graceful guardians of the past. These iconic mills were the multitaskers of their time. Originally, they were used to grind flour, but soon enough, they took on roles like pressing oil, grinding color pigments, sawing timber, and even draining water from the low-lying polder areas. Here's another fun fact. Since January 1st, 2017, all Dutch electric trains have been rocking and rolling on nothing but this renewable energy. Yes, a windmill running for 1 hour can power a train for 120 miles. 8. Let's take a stroll down history lane to 1588, when the Dutch decided to break free from Spain, forming the Republic of the Seven United Netherlands. And just like that, the Dutch colonial empire kicked off, with colonies on 5 continents: Asia, Africa, North America, and South America. The Dutch Empire spread its influence like confetti in countries like Indonesia, Suriname, South Africa, the United States, and many more in South America. It's precisely why there's a place called Harlem in New York. And here's the fun part. The colonies embraced Dutch culture and language as their very own. Till today, you can still spot the legacy of Dutch colonialism sprinkled around the world, from the way people talk to the bits of culture they've adopted. 9. Believe it or not, the local police station in Rotterdam have some furry recruits on the case: rat detectives. Since 2013, Rotterdam's finest have enlisted the help of rats to play detective and sniff out drugs and explosives. Why rats, you ask? Well, turns out these little furballs have a nose for crime, literally. Their sense of smell is top-notch, and they can do it faster than waiting for lab results. The first batch of rat recruits came with some famous nicknames. Poirot, Derek, Thompson & Thompson, and Magnum are all named after iconic fictional detectives. 10. Get ready to raise your glass because Groningen throws the best pub parties. Here you'll find the Drie Gezusters, also known as the Three Sisters, the reigning champs as the biggest pub in all of Europe. By day, the Drie Gezusters is a bustling restaurant and cafe, making it one of the best hangout spots. Right in the heart of Groningen's Groot Market, this pub powerhouse spans 4 connected buildings, a jaw-dropping 20 bars, and flaunts not 1, not 2, but 5 entrances. Now, here's the mind-blowing part. The maximum capacity of this pub is a staggering 3,750 people. Yes, you heard it right. So, if you're in the mood for an unforgettable night out, the Drie Gezusters in Groningen is the place to be. 11. In the Dutch Golden Age, something really fascinating called the Tulip Mania, or as the Dutch would say, it was a period when tulip bulbs, yes, the floral beauties, hit really high prices, like they're the hottest commodity in town. In 1634, people went really wild over tulip bulbs, and prices skyrocketed to the moon. At the peak of tulip mania, single tulip bulbs were going for more than 10 times the annual income of a skilled artisan. But just as quickly as it all started, the tulip mania dramatically crashed in February 1637. Now historians look back and call this whole tulip the first ever recorded speculative bubble in the history books. Surprisingly, the Dutch Republic, with all its tulip chaos, remained a top dog in the economic and financial world. From around 1600 to 1720, they were living the high life with the world's highest per capita income. 12. Suppose you've always been a bit confused about Holland and the Netherlands. Here's a breakdown for you because they're not the same. Now, the Netherlands is made up of 12 different provinces, and Holland? Well, that's the nickname for just two of those provinces, North and South Holland. While it's okay to say you're in Holland if you're kicking it in those specific provinces, if you're wandering outside that territory, it's the Netherlands, all the way, to avoid any head-scratching confusion. And why the name swap, you ask? It's not just about geographical correctness. It's a whole rebranding strategy that kicked off at the end of 2019. The idea is that if everyone's shouting Holland, tourists might just camp out in those two provinces and miss out on all the awesomeness the Netherlands has to offer. 13. The Netherlands is a trendsetter in the love department. And here's why. Way back on April 1st, 2001, the Netherlands turned a page in history by becoming the very first country to give the green light to same-sex marriage. They also went on to break more barriers by embracing adoption for same-sex couples. Now, the mayor of Amsterdam at the time, Job Cohen, played matchmaker and officiated the unions of 4 couples right as the clock struck 12 on April 1st. But there's more. Amsterdam, the heart of all things cool, is super friendly to same-sex couples. You'll find a couple of gay bars and the iconic Homo monument right in the center of the city, paying tribute to the lives of gay men and women. 14. The enchanting city of Amsterdam is not just the largest city in the Netherlands, but also the epitome of beauty. Did you know that Amsterdam has over 1,200 bridges and 165 canals? This is why it is called the Venice of the North. Imagine vibrant streets, a cosmopolitan vibe, and a cultural richness that'll make your heart skip a beat. In Amsterdam, you'll experience a cultural feast that includes world-renowned museums, pulsating nightlife, and a cafe scene that's as unique as it gets. To truly soak in the Dutch capital, make your way to the illustrious Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh Museum, or the Anne Frank House. Now let's talk about Grachtengordel, the central hub where the city's main canals, charming bridges, and quaint 17th century canal houses come together in a symphony of beauty. Take a few strolls and you'll feel like you've stepped into a living postcard. 15. The Netherlands is also known as the flower shop of the world. Get this, 80% of the world's flower bulbs are born and raised here. And guess what? The blooming business is no small feat. It makes up over 5% of the Dutch GDP. Now let's talk about tulips, the crown jewel of this floral empire. The Netherlands owns almost 90% of the world's tulip farm real estate, a staggering 11,000 hectares. Imagine 4.3 billion tulip bulbs popping up annually like colorful confetti. But it's not just a local affair because these flowers are a global spectacle. Tourists from all corners make the trip to witness the breathtaking fields. And you're in for a treat. Haarlem is where the magic happens. With commercial fields as far as the eye can see and a dazzling flower parade, it's a floral party you won't want to miss. 16. The city of Utrecht is a hive of creativity with over 300 bee sanctuaries at its bus stops, aptly named Bee Stops. How adorable is that? The idea was to jazz up urban spaces and amp up biodiversity. So they decided to transform 316 regular bus stops into bee-friendly havens. Imagine bus stops covered in a riot of plants and flowers, creating the perfect place for our pollinators. These bee stops have LED lights and bamboo benches, making them super eco-friendly. 17. In Amsterdam, there's a neighborhood that's practically the talk of the town, the Red Light District, also known as De Lolland. Why, you ask? Well, it's famously known as the home of the world's oldest profession. Yes, we're talking about that thing people usually hush up about. Now, we know that this oldest profession is a global thing. However, in most places, it's all done behind closed doors, but not in Amsterdam. Prostitutes showcase their services right behind windows in full display. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The area is like a festival of adult entertainment, live sex shows, sex shops, brothels, and strip clubs. And if you're feeling a bit adventurous, and also 18 plus, you might want to check out Casa Rosso, the oldest of erotic theaters in the area. 18. Grab your helmets. Or don't, because in the Netherlands, cycling is probably the safest activity you could engage in. According to a 2008 study from Rutgers State University of New Jersey, no place on Earth is safer for two-wheel adventurers than the Netherlands. Yes, even without helmets, these cyclists clock in fewer injuries per million kilometers than any country on the study list, giving Denmark a run for its money. So, what's their secret? Well, the Dutch have paved the way, literally, with 35,000 kilometers of bike paths. Plus, they treat bicycles like they are worthy of as much respect as a four-wheeler, if not more. 19. Get ready to meet Amsterdam's spirited rival, Rotterdam, the second largest city in the Netherlands and a powerhouse with one of the world's largest and busiest ports. Located in the western Netherlands, in the province of South Holland, Rotterdam has a breathtaking waterside setting, avant-garde architecture, and a bustling commercial hub that propels it onto the global stage. Yet Rotterdam is not just about business and skylines, it's a city that thrives on life. The vibrant nightlife, a cultural calendar bursting at the seams, and the lively pulse of its young university scene collectively create vibes that make Rotterdam one of the most dynamic and livable cities in all of Europe. 20. Let's talk about a fascinating tradition in the Netherlands: their love for home births. About 30% of Dutch women are turning their living rooms into delivery rooms. And get this, that statistic has been holding steady since the 90s. But why the home birth hype, you ask? Well, there's a bit of a health insurance twist. Dutch insurance has a soft spot for home births, and that's why they cover all expenses. On the flip side, going to the hospital might not be wallet-friendly unless there's a medical emergency. Now, it's not just about the money. The Dutch have a robust screening system and the ever-supportive presence of midwives, known as verloskundige. These midwives are like the guardian angels of safe home deliveries, making sure moms-to-be have a smooth journey right in the comfort of their own abode. 21. Delft is a town that's not just turning heads, but stealing hearts. Imagine strolling through its charming streets, where the town is giving a nod to its vintage heritage while embracing a contemporary edge. You'll find picturesque water canals, soak in the cultural wonders of numerous museums, and let the artistry of Delft's downtown sweep you off your feet. But the magic doesn't stop there. Delft is the birthplace of the Dutch artist Johannes Vermeer. Plus, it is known for its iconic Delftware pottery, flaunting its signature blue and white style. Now, let's talk about hotspots and happenings. Explore the Old Canal's allure, lose yourself in the wonders of the Lambert van Mertien Museum, and dive into the artistry of the Vermeer Delft Museum. That's not all. Climb the new church's bell tower for views that'll take your breath away. And don't miss the hands-on Delft pottery experience at Koninklijke Porseleinfles. 22. The Netherlands is one country where the giants roam. Dutchmen have claimed the title of the tallest guys on the planet. Now, you might wonder, is the quarter of the country below sea level inspiring them to reach new heights? With an average stature of about 6 feet, or 182.88 centimeters, these Dutchmen are standing head and shoulders above the rest. But hey, the Dutch women are not left out. They've got their own height game going on, averaging at 5 feet 6 inches, or 167.64 centimeters, and earning the second spot worldwide. Researchers believe that it's a combo of prosperity, a stellar health system, and a love for dairy that's got them reaching new heights. 23. The Hague is the judicial capital of the world and stands tall as one of the largest and most significant cities in the Netherlands, trailing only behind Amsterdam and Rotterdam. This cosmopolitan gem, right in the western part of the country, has an air of sophistication that captivates visitors. Picture outstanding architecture, charming squares, and world-class art museums set against a backdrop of golden beaches, upscale neighborhoods, glistening skyscrapers, and fabulous shopping. As you explore The Hague, prepare for a lineup of highlights that showcase the city's beauty. Dive into the enchanting world of Madurodam, a miniature city in Scheveningen, where tiny wonders abound. Lose yourself in history at the Prison Gate Museum, Gevangenpoort, a testament to The Hague's rich past. You can also relax and enjoy the seaside charm at the beautiful beach resort of Scheveningen. And of course, no visit to The Hague is complete without a stroll through Binnenhof, the city's iconic complex of governmental buildings. 24. The people of the Netherlands are known to rock the English proficiency charts. Among non-native English speakers, the Dutch claimed the crown for the highest proficiency in the world back in 2016 and 2017. So if you're an English-speaking wanderer venturing into the Netherlands, rest assured, you won't need a translation guide because you'll easily find someone who not only understands your English, but is downright eager to help. 25. Welcome to a floral paradise. One of the Netherlands' most enchanting treasures, the Keukenhof Gardens, also known as the Garden of Europe. This place holds the title of the second largest flower garden globally, trailing only behind the Dubai Miracle Garden. It's a place that calls on anyone stepping foot in the Netherlands, promising a sensory feast like no other. Located in the bulb region, this floral wonderland unfolds between Amsterdam and The Hague, showcasing more than 7 million bulbs planted each autumn, ready to burst into a spectacular symphony of colors and scents. As you step into Keukenhof, you're not just witnessing a garden, you're entering a realm of breathtaking beauty. But that's not all. Enjoy the festivities with flower shows, markets, and parades sprinkled throughout the year. Timing is everything, and for Keukenhof, spring is the golden season. This is when the fields burst into full bloom, revealing their entire glory. 26. When you find yourself at a birthday celebration in the Netherlands, and the family members of the celebrant eagerly await your presence with anticipatory looks, there's a specific reason for it. They're hoping for your congratulations, too. In the Netherlands, it's not just a tradition to extend your wishes to who's celebrating, but you have to congratulate the entire family, too. But here's one more thing. At Dutch birthday parties, guests gather in a circle arranged in the living room rather than moving around and socializing with other guests. This arrangement has led to the term circle parties for Dutch birthday celebrations. And also, the gift unwrapping ceremony happens immediately in front of everyone, so be prepared for that. 27. Sure, the Netherlands is a country, by definition, but it's also safe to think of as a really large farm. Over half of this country is buzzing with agriculture and horticulture excitement. Now, here's the jaw-dropper. Even though the Netherlands is known as one of the most densely populated spots in Europe, more than half of its land is used for farming. Don't let its small size fool you. It is a real heavyweight in the global farming stage. In 2017, they earned the title of the world's second largest exporter of farm produce, right after the USA. 28. Let's talk about Hoge National Park, sprawling across 5,400 hectares in the province of Gelderland. This reserve stands as one of the largest and most diverse natural spots in the Netherlands. Get ready to encounter amazing wildlife and different geographical wonders, ranging from undulating sand dunes to thick woodlands. As you walk through the park, prepare to be captivated by the Kröller-Müller Museum, which proudly houses the world's most extensive private Van Gogh collection. Step into the Musonder, an underground museum that stands tall as one of Europe's finest sculpture gardens, offering an underground exploration of nature's wonders. And don't miss the majestic Jactuis Sint-Hubertus Hunting Lodge, a stunning architectural beauty that adds a touch of regality to the park. Now, here's the cherry on top. There are 1,700 white bikes scattered through the park, free for anyone to use. 29. Did you know that 70% of the world's bacon comes straight out of the Netherlands? That's right, the Netherlands is a major player in the food export game. You're practically pigging out on Dutch delights without even realizing it because, back in 2016, the Netherlands shipped out over 1 billion kilos of pork. How cool is that? 30. In Amsterdam, you have the green light to puff on some cannabis. The city's got this cool vibe when it comes to weed, but here's the thing. It's a bit more complex than you might think. So cannabis isn't exactly waving the flag of full-on legality in the Netherlands. There are actually a few rules in play. Sure, you can carry around some of the good stuff in Amsterdam, but keep it in moderation as it's only allowed for personal use, and we're talking 5 grams or less. 31. In 1920, the Netherlands was the cool kid on the block, opening Europe's very first civilian airport, and it went by the name Airport Waalhaven, or Airport Waalhaven. Back in the day, traveling around wasn't as easy as it is now, but this airport was on a mission from day one, sending a plane packed with post to London. Now, this airport spent its early years simply shipping cargo, but it didn't take long for it to transform into the go-to spot for day trips around Rotterdam in the 1930s. Unfortunately, World War II crashed the party, and the Nazi invasion wiped Airport Waalhaven off the map. But not to worry, even though this airport is no longer in the spotlight, the Netherlands still has a bunch of airports ready to roll out the welcome mat for your adventures. 32. Introducing the top fashion statement in the Netherlands, the iconic wooden clogs, or as they're fondly known, Klompen. These wooden shoes used to be the heavy-duty heroes of farms, designed to brave tough conditions and to shield the feet of hardworking farmers. Created traditionally from willow or poplar wood, these wooden wonders are still kicking it today. While most Klompen find new homes with eager tourists, still be on the lookout because you might spot them at some historical events, making a cameo on the farm, or even holding their ground in some trendy garden centers. Which country would you like to hear about next? Let us know in the comments section if you have any facts that weren't mentioned here and share them with us. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more fun facts.